What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, bringing you the newest episode of Super Bowl or Bust. And this is without a doubt the dumbest idea I've ever done. And it took me a stupid amount of time to even do this, because you had to modify a bunch of players. I had to, manage all 32 teams. It took me about like an hour to set this up, and it's so stupid. But it was the most requested. I'm a man of the people. So today, as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, we have taken every team's other. I just did most notable. If you're the most notable kicker or punter on your team, some teams have more famous guys, if you will. The really only toss-up was for the Raiders between Janikowski and Marquette King. They are now the starting quarterback. And I guess when all is said and done, we probably can take a look and see how the quarterbacks did as the team's starting punter and kicker, just for shits and giggles. But looking at the roster, there actually are a couple decent, decent relative. A lot of them are like, 12, 14, 15 overall. But I remember the Rams quarterback, Johnny Hecker's a 33 overall, which is fairly decent. I guess a lot of fake punts. I think Tress Way was 24. And the only other notable guy that had like a slight blip was Pat McAfee, who was a 14. Everyone else seems to be, below this 14 mark. So, there's going to be a couple ways to determine this. Either, Johnny Hecker being that much better than every other starting quarterback, basically double, hypothetically speaking. It's like, if every other quarterback's a 75, he's a 99. Maybe that will have some influence, but I think it's probably just going to be whatever team wants to run the ball and has a better defense, but we will certainly have to check this out. So, because we're not controlling one team, I think what we're going to do is sim to the Super Bowl, and then at the end, we're going to go, we'll just play the Super Bowl. Actually, no, we'll sim to the playoffs, we'll see all the stats, we'll sim to the Super Bowl, and then we will play the Super Bowl with whatever quarterback nightmare that we have to deal with. So let's go right sim to the playoffs. Hope this works. So as always, this is the token spot where I tell you guys, feel free to leave suggestions. This was a suggestion. I didn't come up with this. This isn't my own special brainchild. I've kind of slimmed my list down a little bit because we have a lot more videos on the go now, be it the North Dakota State Bison episode. We have Toronto Huskies still going strong. We now have introduced the pink slips. So Super Bowl or bust, I'm not going to say take a back seat, but more so I'm going to try to use the, more elaborate episodes in live stream format, because I am kind of running thin on live stream content. I have about, right now, videos that I specifically made for live stream. I think I got 2 or 3, and that is not going to last me till the Madden 18 season. So Super Bowl or bust will be creeping their way into the live stream format. I think a good Super Bowl or bust live stream would be the Al Davis All-Speed team. We have another one, which is college quarterbacks meeting up back again with their wide receivers, running backs, tight ends. So an example would be like Sam Bradford and Adrian Peterson. They're both together at Oklahoma. Put them on the same roster. I'm going to try to do something like that. Other ideas that I still kind of want to explore. Andrew Luck on the Packers. Just to, I'm not really big into doing that anymore. Like I had originally, I was going to do Aaron Rodgers on the Texans. I thought that could be an all right looking one, but that's just, you can do every quarterback. You keep mixing and matching. But I think Andrew Luck on the Packers is an interesting one, because we're pretty sure that Andrew Luck is cursed in Madden 17. Be it, maybe that could dispel the move. Is it Andrew Luck that's cursed, or is the Indianapolis Colts franchise that's cursed? So moving him to the Packers, which, pretty much plug and play. I put Colin Kaepernick on the Packers instead of Aaron Rodgers, and Kaepernick won the MVP. So we could see that. That's a good experiment. I really do like Phillip Rivers in New York and Eli Manning in San Diego. I don't necessarily think any of those teams are good enough either with any of those quarterbacks. Maybe Rivers and the Giants to make anything. But, there is a storyline there, very similar to when we did Drew Brees to the Miami Dolphins. And another one was doing the top 5 players from the NFL 100, putting them on the Cleveland Browns and seeing what happened. And I kind of have to wait just a little bit, because I think 2 weeks' time is when the NFL will finish their top 100 series, so then I could do that. Maybe I could just do top 10, because I think this coming Monday is 21-10, or is that how they do it, or whatever? So, hopefully it won't be too long before we could do that. So now we are here looking at the playoffs, and unfortunately, the fucking 49ers didn't get there. Let's look at the stats. Who was incredible, who was not good. All right, so we got Phil Dawson here, 2,600 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 24 picks. We're going to have to set some sort of standard here. Let's just look at everyone's passing stats. In the NFL. What? Some of these guys... Are you kidding me? They didn't stay with their starting quarterback. They fixed their fucking... God damn it. How dare they? How dare these coaches, who I spent half hour trying to plug and play, dare they change to their backup quarterback? Look at all these backups. I guess that could be what happens if all the backups play. Because there's actually no way. This is kind of dispelling the Mythbusters, if you will. There's no way to, like the only way you could do all punters and all kickers is, you know, I don't even know how you could do that. You'd have to straight up, like, Phil Dawson actually wasn't that bad for a fucking kicker. You would actually have to make every quarterback not a quarterback and then just straight up make every, like, even that it wouldn't work because you'd still have to have two quarterbacks. I mean, if you made your punter and kicker on both teams, but then they just sign one in free agency, wouldn't you figure? I don't know if this would ever work. Because when you think about it, that's what would happen. If I made... The only way I could probably, you know, work a way around this is have two quarterbacks on the roster and make the two quarterbacks punter and kicker, and then make the punter and kicker the starting quarterbacks. But then they just sign a free agent. Because I'm pretty sure a couple free agents have been signed. I'm pretty sure Josh Johnson, free agent. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe that could be the approach. But I don't think this would be actually able to happen. So, I did have a backup plan because I kind of figured this was going to happen just because, you know, the Madden wouldn't be fun. It'd be super serious. Because this is Super Bowl or bust. And you may be saying, how is this Super Bowl or bust if every team, you know, you're not really doing a bust. You're doing all 32 teams. Haha. Now, what happens if in the Super Bowl, whatever two teams are there, because their quarterbacks, technically there's a quarterback on the roster that is a special teamer, be it a kicker or a punter. We're going to control them. So on this given team, in this Super Bowl, it will be who has. It's the Vikings and Steelers. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to go to the Vikings. We are now in the Super Bowl with the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see how they cheat it. They put Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. So best believe Kai Forbath will be starting. And then we have Mike Tomlin, who probably threw back in, you know, who they put in? There's back up there. Landry Jones. Landry Jones leading this team. We're going to go ahead and put Chris Boswell here. And because I like the Steelers, we'll be rolling with the Steelers as our team here in Super Bowl or bust. So who will win? Kai Forbath versus Chris Boswell. The creme de la creme, you could say. Are we playing the moments here? What did I fucking pick? But yeah, I don't know. I definitely could be open up to an idea. If someone knows how, I could probably get around that. Like I said, I think that's the only way would be to just roster a team of 2 players, have a kicker and punter. But then, do I really want to revisit this? Do I want to revisit this storyline? Because I'm just worried that if I did that, the teams would it'd take even more time for a stupid idea, and then watch the teams just sign QBs off free agency, and then it fucks it up. Not every team would. You know, that's another thing. It'd only take one. It would take the one team that would sign I don't know who the top, like Ryan Fitzpatrick off free agency, that would just ruin everything. Because, oh, look, they had a quarterback, so obviously they're going to win. But if someone does know, someone says, I've actually done this in my spare time. I literally have nothing better to do, and I've actually tried to make every team's punter and kicker the starting quarterback. I may revisit it if someone can finish it, but I pretty much say we can bust it. That's pretty much what we do here in Super Bowl or bust, is we bust myth. And I think the myth of what happens if you make every kicker and punter in the NFL the quarterback has kind of been busted here. So let's definitely get into the Super Sim play the moments. But first, let's make sure we didn't get fleeced again here. How do we look? Let's look at the depth chart here for the Vikings. Look at them fucking around. Look, it just won't happen. It just won't happen. They're trying to fuck with us. So how we do this? We need to go to... They have the thing, controller select. Why won't it let me change that? It's not available in this mode. So we're about to get fleeced right now. We thought we were just going to cakewalk our way to a nice punter versus, or kicker versus kicker Super Bowl. But then, Fucking Mike Zimmer in his one eye is trying to fleece us. So I guess what we're going to have to do is prove this series right. And we're going to do it the right way with Chris Boswell as our starting fucking QB. And we're going to win it. We're going to do it for all the special teamers out there. AKA, we're going to hand off to Le'Veon Bell as many times as humanly possible and try and win this ball game. I suppose I should try to throw it every now and then. But I was very surprised. Boswell, I say this like this mode actually worked. And it was actually like, this is actually the battle of the best kicker and punter that got converted. Such a stupid idea. Like, well, there's nothing too dumb. As like, you feel free to leave a suggestion. Okay, Le'Veon Bell, you gotta catch that one. I mean, Boswell has only completed one pass and that's thrown an interception. But when you get, you know, a nice play like that, you get 2 opportunities to catch the ball and bring it in. You gotta bring it in. Oh, he's trying though. So our kicker, we'll kick the field goal here. Just, you know, we gotta make our defense make the play. A kicker might be a guy that's very friendly. It's Ben Roethlisberger, and he actually doesn't have a terrible rating as a kicker. Oh, look, he just shot it up his ass. I think he has like a 50-some rating as a kicker. It's a punter that he should have been. All right, they turned the ball over. It's 3rd and 5. So this is kind of, you know, I wanted to do an idea of a Super Bowl bust where we just run the C4 special every play. That's pretty much what we're going to do. We found out we can't throw the ball. We're undermanned here because the Vikings just decided to break all the rules and not go with Kai Forbath as their starting kicker. 4th down alert. Keep this drive alive. Let's go 4 verts. Chris Boswell is going to make this shit. Run, you motherfucker! If he didn't stop that running motion, we might have had a chance to go for it. 3rd down and what? 3rd and 5. Let's just run it. Minnesota has 4 turnovers and they actually have a quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater is just phoning it in. While Chris Boswell understands that he's undermanned here, but he's not. He's only turned the ball over once. I don't know if we can kick this field goal here. Fucking, he can't even get it up. Give this guy some fucking Viagra. See if the sim can do anything for us here. Oh, here we go. I should have just let Big Ben sim, like the sim will obviously make him make those field goals. So the cheaters won. The Vikings have decided to pull a New England Patriots and just cheat. We have found out throughout this episode that the myth, can you make punters and kickers your starters and see who the best is in Madden, has kind of been busted. Because, you know, realistically, I did as much work as you should have to do to make this idea work, and it still doesn't work. The teams, even though I controlled and was using all the teams, they would still fluctuate their depth charts and make their backup starter, because why not, Madden? Why not have 0 fun to do? But if anyone has any suggestions on how I can actually do it without physically having to make every quarterback and punter the 2 starting, or every punter and kicker the 2 starting quarterbacks, and then you could guarantee that team won't sign a free agent backup quarterback to come in and just ruin it, I could probably take another attempt at this. But for now, it's busted. You guys don't have to go and do this because I did it for you. As always, leave a suggestion in the comment section below if you have any ideas of what you want to see here in Super Bowl or bust. Until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.